Greetings, demons, and welcome to a bit of a laid-back discussion video, just talking about my experience with a genre that I haven't really done too much content on overall, that being flight simulators. And I think it's fair to say, I'm not the biggest fan of the genre. I have played plenty of them. There's plenty of games that have that mechanic in them that I do enjoy, but it's not really something that I go out of my way to actually play. Now, recently I started playing Elite Dangerous, which you're seeing the tutorial gameplay in the background of this video, and yeah, I'm not hugely sold on it. I think there's a lot of potential for me to enjoy it. I mostly got it and started playing it because I have friends that play it, and I want to join them at some point. But overall, it's not exactly something that I'm overly interested in, and I think that the fact that I'm just not interested in simulators that are supposed to be realistic. I like my goat simulators and Sims, stuff like that. I enjoy those because they're fun. They're just dumb. The simulator quote unquote aspect of them is kind of a joke. But when it comes to flight sims and driving sims as well, this kind of extends to, I don't want to have to think realistically about what I'm doing. And as I say, I still do enjoy certain flight simulators. In fact, both Star Wars Squadrons, which I started doing a Let's Play on, then realised that the story isn't really what I was there for. I have enjoyed playing a lot of the multiplayer of that game. And then also Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is a game I got at launch, was originally going to do a lot of content on, and just kind of decided I was going to just enjoy playing it. And that is a game where I think I've probably put in around 100 hours, maybe more, into that game, just exploring, flying over areas that I know, areas that I've driven through across the UK, places that I've been abroad, and just generally just enjoying experiencing flying around the real world, because that is the biggest thing with something like Microsoft Flight Simulator. You're flying around real world locations. You can choose to fly around Paris or whatever else, and I really enjoy that aspect of it. When it comes to Elite Dangerous, but the idea of exploring space, it's something that I do enjoy the idea of, and I'm actually one of the few fans of No Man's Sky. I really do like that aspect of exploring the galaxy, finding planets, mining for minerals, making new tech, stuff like that. I enjoy that aspect of games like No Man's Sky, and Elite Dangerous does have some of those mechanics. I do quite enjoy that aspect of it. I just I just don't really enjoy the flight, and I think that's the unfortunate thing. When it is a flight simulator at heart, even if it does have some on the ground parts and some rover exploration and stuff like that. The flight is something that I think it's more that I'm not good at it, rather than that it's actually not for me, per se. Microsoft Flight Simulator does have a lot of options that you can change to actually make it so it's a lot less of a simulator, which is what I do. I run it in a way where there isn't too much that I have to think about actively. Same with Squadrons, I put a lot of the stuff on manual, on automatic even, and I'll probably end up doing that with Elite Dangerous, because I'm sure those options are available. But I just want to give my thoughts and feelings around just, the whole manual system for flight simulators. And it does extend to driving simulators. I drive in real life, but, I have automatic gears in games, even though I use manual in real life. Video games are my way of exploring things that I wouldn't otherwise, doing things that I wouldn't do in real life necessarily. And a lot of the time it does mean I don't want to have to think about, things like gear shifts, in the case of a racing game. And, I'm all for if that's what interests you, if you're someone who enjoys the actual manual gear shifting in a car, or all the manual controls, I would love to test out having the full on physical joystick setup, the full I guess flight stick, is that what it's called? System before playing a game like Elite Dangerous or Microsoft Flight Simulator, I used to be really into using a simulator steering wheel for racing games. Back when before I changed to play on consoles, and then now I'm obviously back on PC. But I used to play a lot of PC games before I had a console, and I did have a full simulated driving setup, and that was a lot of fun. You know, the pedals, no gear shift, but at that point, I didn't even know what a gear shift really was, because I was so young. And you know, I do enjoy the realistic control scheme and stuff. That's something that's fun to me. But yeah, there's something about, especially when I'm someone who is now kind of stuck using a controller because I just can't get my head around any of a control scheme for anything. There's just something that isn't quite right that I just can't get behind when it comes to flight and driving simulators. And yeah, it does very much hold me back when it comes to these sorts of games. Overall, I do want to make content on flight simulators, especially if I play Elite Dangerous with my friends. That'll probably be something I make a video on. If I get back into... Because I haven't played it in a little while, I don't have it installed currently because I had to sort out a hard drive. But Microsoft Flight Simulator, if I get back into that, that's always an idea. But yeah, I think in a general sense, I just... Flight simulators in general, but flight and driving simulators are something that I've always had an interest in. But it's never been something that's completely took hold, like something like The Sims or puzzle platformers or anything anything like that, even shooters to some extent. It's just something that is always just I own plenty of them, I've played plenty of them, I've tried them. I've given a few of them a variety of different control attempts, and I hope that I can vary out content a little bit, because I realise I do a lot of Rocket League, Fall Guys, Fortnite. They're the main things I do. I've been trying to branch out a little bit, do, Road Company. I'm trying to think of other games. I play plenty of games, but I'm trying to think of games I actually make content on. But yeah, hopefully in the future I can vary out my content a bit more. Hopefully that includes having flight simulators, whether that is Elite Dangerous or Microsoft Flight Simulator, or hell, I might even get back into Squadrons. I do enjoy Squadrons, and Star Wars is very near and dear to me. So, yeah, I think on that note, that's going to be all my thoughts. So, thanks for watching, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Lunar rainbow flag, happy pride, rabbit with facts. Streamer, let's play, they them out like dinosaurs. FNA, FN, control, not the leader of a cult. Rabbit with sax, it's Lunar.